So welcome to 101 Mac Tips. During these videos I'm going to show you all these useful tips that hopefully will make you more productive on your Mac. And I'm going to start off with some general tips, and then the other tutorials will be more topic based. But here let's just look at three general tips. One is context menus. What are context menus? Well, this is a context menu. What I did there was I held the control key down on the keyboard. Not the command key, but the control key. And I clicked on an object, in this case a file. And I get all of these different commands and things I can do that are based on the context here. So in other words, this is stuff that has to do with a file. If, say, I was in a word processing document and I selected some text and I control clicked on it, I would get different things I can do because the context is that I have selected text. This is how you get to lots of functionality on your Mac. Sometimes you'll see something and say, I don't know how to do something I need to do with that object. Control click it. You can control click objects in almost any application and you'll come up with all these different things that you can do with that object. Now, control clicking is one way to do it. You can also go into System Preferences, and under Mouse there's something called a secondary click. And so I can set on the particular mouse I have for the right or left side to be a secondary click, or I can turn that off. Also on a trackpad you can also set secondary click, and you have options for tap with two fingers or the bottom right corner, bottom left corner. These will change depending upon which trackpad you have, or which, if you have a MacBook, the age of the trackpad. The older ones have less functionality than newer ones. So that's context menus, and it's something you should get used to using. Not only is it sometimes the only way to perform a task, but it's often the fastest and easiest way to do it. So the next thing I want to show you is printing to PDF. This is a universal thing. Anywhere you can print on the Mac you can create a PDF. Let me show you how. This is a text edit document, but it could be pages, it could be numbers, it could be Photoshop, whatever it is. I'm going to go and print, and in the print dialog box here I have this little thing at the bottom that says PDF. And I can hit Save as PDF, and this will create a PDF file of whatever it is. It could be a complex document with many pages and images, or it could be a simple piece of text like this. So if you need to send somebody a document, you can save it out as PDF, even if there is no export as PDF functionality in the app that you're using. Also handy is Open in Preview. You can use that, and then it opens up the document in preview, and you can save it as a PDF from there, or just use it as a way to preview what might be printed. But saving as PDF is something that every Mac user uses a lot once you learn that it's there. Now, the last thing I want to show you is taking screenshots. Say you want to take a screenshot of the entire screen or an area of the screen. You could do this using a series of commands, and we're going to look in System Preferences under Keyboard. And in Keyboard under Shortcuts you'll see Screenshots here on the left, and you'll see the 4 shortcuts for it. And the reason I want to point you to this instead of telling you what the commands are is a lot of people change these, and even if you changed them years ago it's going to remember it. So you can see here what they actually are for you. These are the defaults. Shift, Command, these are the shortcuts for Shift, the little up arrow. That's the shortcut. You'll see that on your keyboard as part of the Command key. And then 3 will save the picture of the screen as a file. Takes a screenshot. This saves it to the clipboard. That little symbol there is the Control. So Control Shift Command 3 saves a copy of the clipboard. This is useful if you have an app like Photoshop open and you just want to paste a screenshot in there, or even Pages or Microsoft Word or something. You don't want to create a file and drag and drop. You just want to do it simply putting it in the clipboard and then pasting it. You can also select an area. Shift Command 4 does that, and that's saving as a file or saving it to the clipboard. So if I do Shift Command 4 I get this cursor here. You can see it's got like the numbers and a little area for selection. I can drag that around. You can also, when you have that, instead of having to select something, if you want to take a window, hit the space bar and it changes to this thing where you can select the window you want and it will take a screenshot just of that window. So that's very handy, and that's how you deal with taking screenshots. I can hit the escape key there to escape without actually taking the screenshot. So there are 3 basic tips to get us started, and we'll move on to looking at tips by subject next.